Well, this weekend, big goings-on happening down in Telluride. They're having their annual film festival, and they're going to be showcasing John Lennon's artwork and premiering John and Yoko's film number 5, Smile, some of their avant-garde stuff that they did back in 1968, and along with a couple other films also. And we could go on and ramble about it.
But why?
But why? Because on the phone with us right now is Yoko Ono from New York. Good morning, Yoko.
Good morning, Johnny and Mitch.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
We are doing great.
How's the weather?
Oh, it is fantastic. Hot.
Oh, great.
Yeah, very, very warm.
But it's a dry heat.
Yeah, well, you know.
First off, what we wanted to ask you is how come you were picking the Telluride Film Festival to showcase some of your late husband's work?
Well, because it shows the other side of us and the other side of John. And he was a very talented guy, and he made films as well. And I thought it might be interesting for you.
Definitely interesting for all of us over here in, I guess, the western part of the United States. Now, number 5, Smile, was filmed back in '68 and kind of filmed in an unorthodox style, I guess. Now, what was the technique that you used when you filmed number 5, Smile?
Well, it was like the slow-motion camera, you know?
Uh-huh.
The high-speed camera that becomes very slow-motion, you know?
Oh, okay.
And that's what we used. And so it was filmed in a very short time, and then when you see it, it's in slow motion. It's very beautiful, actually. Well, that's very strange for me to say that because we made it, but I have a nostalgia for that film, you know. And it was a time that we just got together and we just started to live together, and we felt that we were really together, and that's what shows in there.
2 Virgins is also going to be down there at the Telluride Film Festival.
Yes, and that's what I was thinking.
Right.
It's to do with kind of our heads together.
Right, it's like a superimposed.
Yes.
Or thereabout. Yeah, actually, I've got that album too, Yoko. One of my favorite things I've got in my record collection. Now, these films, they premiered in 1968 at the Film Festival in Chicago. How was it well received by the critics and the public and all that stuff, or did you care? Or?
I have no idea.
Well, that's good then. You ignore those.
Maybe I was lucky that I didn't know how they were received.
Well, yeah, there's no sense in listening to those kind of people. And now you're also going to be showing a lot of his artwork, his drawings.
Yes.
And of course, I think most people know. Well, everybody's familiar with his music, with the Beatles and his solo stuff, but I think a lot less is known as far as his drawing goes and his actual art. And he went to the Liverpool School of Art for 6 years.
Yes.
And even the cover of his album Walls and Bridges is a picture that he drew when he was 11 years old.
Right. You know, he was a very kind of talented person and a Renaissance man. And he started first in art school. So he was an art student before he became a rocker.
Right.
And so his artwork is quite professional and very unique as well. And I really love them.
Oh, yeah. Well, it definitely was. In fact, you guys even met at one of your shows. Isn't that right?
Right. It's been known.
The thing I like about his work is it's very personal. It's very autobiographical. But, he shows his love for you, Sean. And I've even seen some pictures. I've got a few of his books, or at least skywriting by word of mouth, where they show some pictures of him, and fans waving at him as you guys would walk through Central Park. And but even though it's so personal, at the same time, it's very universal. It almost makes people jealous, I would think, that 2 people could be in love so much. And
well, I think that love is everywhere. I'm sure that you met somebody that you went head over heels for.
I've got one right now.
But you see, the thing is, it's a kind of very universal kind of theme. We believed in the family value and family, and that's something that sadly is now gradually being destroyed, and I think it's nice to remind people of the family,
There's no better time for that than right now, I think.
Ain't it the truth?
Also included, you're going to have the Bag 1 series, I believe, shown, which includes some erotic drawings of you guys.
Well, that's going to be shown? Okay.
Oh, is it or no?
It's a little bit embarrassing, but it's all right.
Okay, well, that's I'm asking you. I figured you would be the person to ask. I know a lot of those were confiscated. Were they... Did you guys...
by Scotland Yard in London
at
the time.
Was any of that ever returned to you?
Yes, they were returned later, but we could not... The show itself was closed down.
Okay. Oh, the whole show was.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. And now a lot of them, you're going to have stuff for sale down there too, right?
Yes, but also I think that there's some kind of charity thing involved as well.
Yes, the Spirit Foundation is what I was told. And it goes for children's diseases and AIDS, as well as scholarship funding for gifted kids who are unable to pay for education. And, boy, even gifted kids, it's impossible to pay for education anymore.
Well, Spirit Foundation is founded by John and me in 1980, and it's a foundation that's been helping in a very multifaceted level.
All right. Well, anything else you would like to add to tell the people of Colorado about the big show down in Telluride? It's happening this weekend, Labor Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and it's happening all day long. Starts at 10 in the morning, ends at 8 o'clock in the evening. And I know me personally, I am a giant fan of you and your husband's.
Oh, well, I have a very special thing about Colorado. I have been there. You know that, I think in the 80s sometime. And in Denver, I was there in Denver, and also I've visited Aspen as well and all that. It's a beautiful, beautiful state, I think.
Yes, it is. And you couldn't have found a better place, I think, to showcase you and your husband's work.
Well, I think that it's very nice that it's coupled with the films as well, so that you see in perspective that we were very active and Joe was very active and all that. And I'm very happy that you're doing that.
All right. Well, Yoko, we appreciate the time you've taken with us.
Well, I hope you enjoy.
Oh, I guarantee you everybody who attends will enjoy it. And I'll tell you one thing, we're going to be making sure people make it down there.
Oh, great. Thank you, Johnny and Mitch.
Hey,
you bet, Yoko.
Yoko, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.